Hello there, students. I am Teacher Kasmir, and this is another tutorial video of mathematics. So I have chosen one of the topic here, which is ratio and proportion. Now, we look into ratio. Look at these two animals. We have a rabbit and also a dog. Let us compare the weights of these two animals. So basically, it is very logical that a rabbit should have a lighter mass as compared to the dog, which is 5 kg for the rabbit and 18 kgs for the dog. But the question is, the weight of the rabbit is less than the weight of the dog. But how do we compare their weights? Basically, we can do the comparison by using ratio. We can compare their weights by using ratio. We just take back the weight of the rabbit, which is 5 kg, and also the weight of the dog, which is 18 kg. So in ratio, we are not using any units. So basically, we just ignore the kilograms and kilograms, since they are both using the similar units. So we just take the 5 and also the 18. So basically, what we can conclude is that the comparison of these two quantities, 5 kg to 18 kg, can be written as 5 and 18, and it is called ratio. So the ratio of the rabbit and the dog is written as 5 and the double prompt and 18. Now, the ratio 5 and 18 means that 5 parts to the 18 parts. The ratio 5 and 18 can also be written in the fraction form. 5/18, you can always write it as 5/18. How do we simplify ratio? 3 centimeter and 15 centimeter. Now the most important thing is that we are supposed to look at the units. When the units are similar, then simplification of ratio becomes easy. We just delete the units, centimeter and centimeter. We just take the numbers, which is 3 and 15. However, just like simplification of fractions, 3 to the ratio of 15 can be further simplified to the lowest term. We just divide both parts with 3, and finally we get 1 and 5. However, sometimes we might have question like this, which is comparison between two different units. For example, 40 minutes is compared with 1 hour. Now definitely we cannot just cancel the hour and the minutes because the two units are different. So what we do, either we change the minutes to hour and we change the hour to minutes, so that both sides, left and right, will give you the same units. So I think it's easier to change the hour to become minutes. So what we have now is 40 minutes to the ratio of 60 minutes. So now it's easier for us to cancel the minutes and minutes. So it gives us 40 and 60. And we can cancel the zeros. We got 4 and 6. And finally, we divide both sides with 2. So we have 2 and 3 as the lowest term. Now, we solve problem involving ratio. The question says that, given that A ratio to B is 2 and 5, and B ratio to C is 15 and 7, the question is, find the ratio of A, B, and C. Now, we know that A to B is 2 and 5. And B and C is 5 to the ratio of 7. Now, the thing is that here, we have different value of ratio of B. So we cannot just say that, oh, ratio of ABC should be 2 and 5 and 15 we have 20 and C is 7. That is the incorrect way of doing it. So basically, if you have two different values of B, you have to make both values similar. Now, in order for us to write down the ratio of A to the ratio of B to the ratio of C, we have to change the value of B so that the value will be similar. Now, I think the best thing that we can do here is to multiply the ratios on the left hand side with 3. Why we multiply by 3? So that the 5 will become 15. And it is similar to the other side. However, we cannot just multiply the B with 3. The other part, which is A, should also be multiplied with 3. So what we have now is a new ratio for A and B, which is 6 and 15. So now we have the value of B. We can see that the value of B are similar. So it is easy for us to transfer all of the ratio. We can combine all the ratio now. So the ratios are ABC is 6, 15, and also 7. Second question. The ratio of pens to pencil in a box is 5 to the ratio of 8. If there are 32 pencils, calculate the number of pens in the box. Now, let us just put in all the information here. We have pen and pencil with a given ratio of 5 and 8. And the total number of pencils is given as 32. However, there is a missing value for pen. So basically, students, we already have one pair here. Pencil, we have the ratio, and we have the total. Now the question is, what is the relation between 8 and 32? Correct. Basically, you have to multiply by 4. 8 multiplied by 4 will give you 32. So basically, you will be doing the same thing on the part of pen, which is 5. You multiply by 4, you have 20. So there are 20 number of pens. Third question. The ratio of black to white marbles in a box is 2 to the ratio of 5. If the total number of marbles is 42, calculate the number of white marbles in the box. So black and white, we have ratio 2 and 5. And the total is given, none of the black and white total are given. Instead, the 42 here is actually the total for both black and white. So this is the importance for you to add another column, which is 42, the total, which is the total number of black and white marbles. You know that the total is 42, but what goes with black and what goes with the number of whites? So we total up the ratio. The total ratio should be 7. Okay, 2 plus 5, the total is 7. Now you can see that there is a connection between the total column right here, 7 and 42. And we know that you have to multiply by 6 in order to get a 42. So basically you can do the same for white color. You have to multiply by 6, which at the end will give you 30 white marbles. And the question didn't ask you about black marbles. However, if you still want to find the total of black marbles, you will do the same, which is the ratio 2, you're going to multiply by 6, which at the end will give you 12. Can you see now? If you plus the 12 and 30, it will give you 42. So the total number of white marbles is 30. Alright? So the second part is proportions. Direct proportions. Now, this is a very quick example. We have apples, and also we have the amount of money paid for the number of apples. Assuming that one apple costs 2 ringgit, definitely if we have 2 apples, we are paying 4 ringgit. And we have 3 apples, you are paying 6 ringgit. This is what we call direct proportional. It means that if you require more units of apples, definitely you are going to pay more. But the direct proportion example given to you is the easiest example. Alright, this is one more, 8. However, if you have a question like this, 3 apples will give you 8 ringgit and 25 cents. What or how much would you pay for 5 apples? Alright, now you cannot just simply multiply by 2 because the number of apple here is 3 and here is 5. So this is the usage of the technique that I'm going to show you in direct proportion. Now 3 apples will give you 8 ringgit and 25 cents. 5 apple will give you a question mark. So what we can do? Now, the first thing that you should do, you have to cross multiply. The 5, you have to multiply by 8 ringgit and 25 cents. So, a multiplication, and you're going to divide by the 3. So, basically, if you do it in your calculator, it will give you 13 ringgit and 75 cents. Now, this is what you are doing. The cross multiplication like this should be a multiply. However, the arrow to the left here is something that you should divide. Now let's try another question. A bus can reach 350 kilometers in 4 hours. How far can the bus reach in 8.5 hours? So we just make the data easy to be read. So 4 hours will give you 350 kilometers. What about 8.5 hours? Can we do the same method as what we did just now? Which is 8.5, you multiply. Remember, here you have to multiply. You multiply 8.5 with 350. And finally, you divide this way with 4. So it will give you 743.75 kilometers. Mary can type 125 words in 6 minutes. How many words can she type in 1 hour? So 6 minutes, 125 words. However, 1 hour, you can see that the units now are different. So you're going to have to change the 1 hour to become minutes. Alright? So we cancel the 1 hour, we just put at 60 minutes. So 60, we multiply by 125, we divide by 6, which at the end give you 1,250 words. I just love maths. I am Teacher Kasmir, and if you think that the video just now benefit you, please click the subscribe button. Thank you.